everyone, so today we will be making a navigation bar which will be having icons and also the proper routing to the pages along while it will be very much responsive as you can see. So let's get started to make this navigation bar. So you need to install React Bootstrap. You can install it using this command, and after that you will also need to add your styles in your app.js or index.js by using this line. I'll show you. I have already added that. And then if I go back to my React app, you'd see that we don't have anything in our page. So to start off, I would first get some icons. I'll get some icons from Bootstrap. You can also use Font Awesome. So what I'll do is, this one is the meta icon. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this base of SVG code, go over. I already have an icons folder created. You can create your own folder, and in here what I'll do is I'll create I already have the meta one, so let's go ahead and see for Twitter. I'll just go back. I already added some icons, so we will be adding the Twitter one. This is an example of how you can add your icons. So you will go ahead, copy the SVG code, head over to your VS Code, and inside the icons you will create a file, and let me just give the name of twitter.svg. So there we go. Now I'll save it. After that, we will now create our navigation bar. For that, I'll just head over to our Bootstrap, and inside the components I'll go to navigation bar, and inside the navigation bar I'll import all these. And in our VS Code, okay, first we would need to make a navigation bar.js file. I'll do RFCE, and I'll have a format. You can go ahead and use the extension ES7 plus, install it. It will be very useful for it will be very handy for you, I can say. And then, as I have already imported the Bootstrap code, I'll just head over. I'll also copy quickly this NavBar and paste it here. Let's see, give it a tab. Fix some indentation. Let me get a dark background and a variant of dark, and I'll do a Control S to see if our navigation bar is up. Okay, so we see that our navigation bar is not up, and the reason behind it is we have not added it into our app.js. So we will now head over here and add navigation bar in our app.js, save it, and there we go. We see our basic navigation bar is up and running. So now first I want this bar to kind of like stay put here, so I'll do a sticky top maybe. You can also do a fixed top. I am doing a sticky one. If you want it to stay placed whenever you're scrolling, you can do a fixed top. After that, I want to add my icons towards the end of the navigation bar, uh, the side. So what I'll do is I'll just create another navbar.collapse. Let me just copy this, and under this navbar collapse, because I also want that one to collapse, and let me just not use this ID. we'll use a class name, maybe icons, because we are adding icons. You can keep whatever you want as your class name, and under it let me give a nav tag, and you can also name your nav tag. And let us start adding icons, and as we have already saved them, so let me go over image source. So here also we haven't imported all of these images. So first we will go here and import them. So we will do import get from dot slash icons slash get dot svg, and likewise we will need to add the other four. So this one needs to be let it be meta, and then we have LinkedIn and Twitter. You can forward this piece where I'm just editing. So now what we will do is we will go ahead and use them. So first in the source, let me use get one. And what we will do is I also want an ALT tag. So whenever my icon does not show up, this will show up, and then close it. Now I'll just copy it, add over my icons, other ones, like let's get Twitter, and here we will be having Twitter. Now I can do a control D. So what I will do is copy this, control D, and what I want is a LinkedIn, right? So there we go. We should now be having our three icons, but of course they won't come in the way we want. So for that, what I'll need to do is I'll add some basic styling, like I'll use inline styles. I will justify our content to end here so that it shows up at the end. And in our nav, I want these icons to have a little gap between them and also align them to the center. So I'll put a gap of 0.5 maybe rem, and I may want them to align to center. So I'm sorry. Fine. Now let's see how it works, and we will come back to modify it. Okay, so we now do not see the icons because it is like black. So let me just go into these icons and edit this one. Let me just do it 20 over here, 20, and the fill I want is white. Now let's head over and see. Yeah, we can now see the Twitter one, the other two are still that way. So we will head over to here, make it white, the height is 20, width is 20. Please skip this part to save your time. This is just basic styling. So now we have the icons. Now what we want to do is let's add an icon here, and let's also while we click home, instead of this home we should move to the our home page. So for that we will need to install React Router DOM to do proper routing. So let's first install our React Router DOM. Oh, so we'll go ahead and install it. Let's copy this, head over. We'll do a Control C, terminate our job, and we will do install. So while it is installing, let's add our meta tag also. So what I want is, here in the brand I want to add our image. If we go into the Bootstrap documentation, they already have an example of there, so we won't to need much styling to do there. Just copy this and we will paste it here. So in spite of logo.svg, what I can do is I can just use meta and I will save it. Now let's do npm start. You can give our image tags and href tag, so while and connect them to your GitHub or Twitter or your LinkedIn. So now let's close this one. We already have this one running. So while it runs, what we have to do is now we will do our routing in app.js and then connect these home and link. Uh, let's change this link to maybe profile. Let's save it. We will also need to create pages. So I'll just inside the source, I'll create a folder called as pages. I'll create two pages inside them. One is home.js. I'll do an RFCE. Save it. Another page I want to create is profile.js, where our routing should take, and save it. So now we have got two pages. Let's first head over and see our meta tag is not coming because exactly we got to do the same. We have to do a fill of white and you got to increase your width and height. So now we see our branding. We can see we can add some more space here. Now let's just do the proper routing first. So in home I would want to see home page, and in profile I want to see a profile page. So for that we will go to our app.js file, and first we will add browser router and wrap it, and we will wrap this app inside our browser router. So let me first inside this tag, what I'll do is I'll browser router. So here it comes, and we will wrap the entire app inside the browser router. And after that we have to define routes. So what I'll do is inside our app I'll do routes, and inside that let me have route. Oh, I'm really sorry. We'll do route, this one path. We need our path as homepage /home, and the element that it should point to is our this home page. Inside the home page, whatever it is there, it will be shown in this element tag. So what we will do is we will use that page. Then we have created a route as slash home, and we will create another route as slash profile and connect it to the profile page. So now we have our routes created. Let's just add our navigation bar here. Control S. Okay, so these are not defined, so we have to first define them here. Routes, route. Now if I save it, profile is not defined. Okay, we could not import it. So maybe I have to do a profile and it will get automatically imported, right? Now let's see if we are getting errors. We are not getting errors, but we won't see the routing because now we have to link. Like if I have to explain it. Okay, I'm seeing errors here also. So we are not seeing anything right now because our navigation bar is placed inside the routes. It should be placed outside because we want the navigation bar to show up everywhere inside the app. So now it will show up also in the home page and also in the profile page. So now if we see they are not connected, we are not moving to the home page and the home page content is not being displayed because we have not connected our nav item to our routes. So to connect our nav item to our routes, if you see here, the href is hash. We will change it to our route and here we will change it to our profile. You can also use nav link from React Router DOM to do this. I'm just using the href tag here, and when I save this and I go back to my app, I refresh it. Well, I go to this, I'll see the home page. I go to this, I'll see the profile page. The reason why on refreshing, okay, so the reason why uh, when I click on the React Bootstrap, it is showing hashtag home is just because if you would see in our brand, we have a href of home. Now, if I reroute it to home, it will go to home. Or if I just do a simple slash, it will route to the first. Now, if I click on React Bootstrap, it will just go to the initial page. This will be your initial page. This can be your home page slash home. This can be your profile page slash profile. You can also use the href tags to link your icons. You can also add buttons as well in your nav bar and do many stuff with navigation bar using Bootstrap. It's really easy. So thank you for watching till now. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.